This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the sports betting network. Mitch Moss along with Paulie Howard. We are live in downtown Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino, closing the week with a 3-hour banger today. Great guests on the program, tons of World Cup, Major League Baseball, updated news in the association. Nigel Seeley making an appearance from the East Coast, talking World Cup action in 30 minutes. Anthony DeBundo, same thing in an hour. Kevin Rogers, great streaks in Major League Baseball later on, and Doug Kazarian, his thoughts on the NBA. And the WNBA card that we have tonight. Fireworks here as we expected and as we bet on for this France-Norway game. It's 3-1 at the half. I'm looking at Poly Market right now. France 2.5 now on the goal line for the spread. The total in the match is 5.5. No goals from Mbappe yet, though. And when we had Steve Wiss on the show yesterday, he's like, hey, he's got a massive ego. He's probably going to want to play the entire match. His teammate, Dembele, has a hat trick. Maybe Mbappe's like, yeah, I'm going to score one here. That'd be very nice. I need him to score.
Well, hit the post 23 seconds in. That one hurt. I had him first goal of the match.
Oh, did you?
A 65-1 comes in, 30 minutes in. Both matches, a goal in the first 10. And it's a dream scenario for Senegal. They have to win and win by margin. And they score 5 minutes in and then a red card for Iraq. But still, it's 1-0 at the half.
Yep.
So they are $6 to win in the second half. And the total is 2, under minus 130.
Crazy. You
can go under 3.5 minus 220 for the match. But it's right there for them on a platter. Win by 3 goals. You're looking good. And they're playing a man down. And also, you don't have to worry about them scoring, but they haven't been able to add a second one. See if they can do it in the second half.
I will say, so this was certainly a possibility going into the other match today, that Norway was going to bench a lot of their stars, including Erling Haaland, and he was only 1 goal back for the Golden Boot. And as soon as that news came out today, now it was still pending what France was going to do, but the idea was like, I think they're probably going to play their dudes and win this thing, and then like 10 guys are going to be rotated out for the Norway side. I hammered France minus 160 to win the match. Yep. And that got as high as, that touched $3 or in that neighborhood before that match kicked off. And they actually did allow one of the goals early on. It was 2-0 quickly, and then Norway came back like 30 seconds later to get one. But feeling pretty good on that one, having that much CLV in pocket when that news broke. But it just felt to me like it ties into what Haaland said, quite honestly, after they beat Senegal. And he's talking about this upcoming match last week, and he goes, well, France is probably going to beat us, probably going to win the entire thing. It's like they're telling you what to do here. Now, I'm begging and praying here that France, because I hit it pretty hard,
well, it was surprising
that they hang on here.
Well, they sit everybody, though.
I know, everybody.
Yep. And DraftKings won't even let you bet Senegal in play.
It's
incredible. Yeah. It's only draw 22-1 or Iraq 55-1. You can't even bridge jump if you want Senegal. That tells you how what they expected. They got as high as, I think, 4.5 in play goals once they scored 4 minutes in. Yeah, because then the red card followed that as well. So shame on these guys if they can't take advantage. We also have life with our 8-1 ticket. Iraq fewest goals in the group stage. They'd finish with 1. Panama hasn't scored.
Okay. Well, you take dead heat, too.
I would take a dead heat.
Right?
I would take a dead
I'm
heat.
looking at, so Polymarket right now, they have Senegal. The buy price is 94.5 cents. And in fact, it just went up. So you're not getting, you can bet it. You can actually bridge jump there if you'd like. You could, let me see here.
Well, the other story, and it's not going to, while you're looking at that, while you're verifying, the other story is what we talked about yesterday, and Luke brought it up. DraftKings offers it, both teams. Circa offers it one way. The last 6 days, if you bet a team to come from behind and win, you're up 45 units. The last 5 days at Circa, you're up 35 units. For example, on today's match, DraftKings offered Norway 22-1 and France 10-1. and it was plus 950, both teams here at Circa. That's incredible.
Yeah.
2 come-from-behind wins yesterday. Those are 10-1 each one. We've had 6 going back the last couple days, and in the Morocco was 14-1. So blindly betting a team to come from behind and win, plus 45 units. That is nuts.
Yeah, a lot of
What
great action.
tournament. Yes. No lead is safe either.
I mean, that USA match, my takeaway was that people criticizing them for losing the match. You're out of your minds. I don't think you have any idea what you're talking about. Turkey was playing for pride. They wanted to score goals before they went back home. Major disappointment here in the World Cup. And for the backups, a lot of those guys who played like that, I was impressed by USA in the loss. It came in almost the 99th minute, right before it ended.
Yeah.
No problem there, in my opinion. And so, but for Turkey came out in that match last night, and and I tweeted this out. They were embarrassing and completely unprepared to play that match for the first, I would say, 3 to 5 minutes. USA just they were not even close to being like configured properly defensively. They were not ready for the in the right spots overall, and USA had a chance to score like multiple goals right away. And I'm like, guys, the match started. Are you really going to go out like this? Do you want to go get on the plane right now and go back to your country and maybe be the biggest disappointment of the entire World Cup? But to their credit, they gathered themselves and they scored and almost right away then, and then made it a hell of a game. And you could tell that they wanted to win that match. So good. By the way, good for Turkey. What are we doing here? Now I'm late to the party on this. Didn't realize they actually changed the spelling.
They wanted it. Yep.
I almost had to go to mute last night.
Yeah.
The announcers were going out of the way to say, "Hey, Turkey A here, Turkey A there."
Yeah.
Can we just still call them Turkey? Is that possible?
Yeah. What would Tyler Durden do? That's right. Kind of character. It was awesome. Norton and Pitt there. I told you $1.50 was available. Now it's $2.50. USA and Bosnia.
It's $2.50 now.
I didn't think the $1.50 would last.
No,
either.
good call by you.
That's Wednesday. Brian Mahoney, who's been on the show many times, had a great tweet about how do you spell Cancun, how to say Cancun in Turkey, because that goal was the first goal they allowed was so bad. And you're right, it looked like they were going to pack it in and they weren't ready to play. But that's the first time we've lost since 1950 when we scored first in the World Cup.
Crazy.
So nothing to panic about. Take out Bosnia, move on to the next round. Let's go.
What do you think of their performance?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, so did I.
I thought the same thing. And it was, it's tough to lose on the final kick, but fantastic showing. And now we got to get ready. Don't lose to Bosnia. That's all.
No.
Beat Bosnia. Let's try to get to the quarters, and away we go.
If you'd like to, I got the answer for you, Paulie, by the way. If you want a bridge jump on Senegal, and I don't recommend this, but if you do, again, Iraq has a red card, and they trail 1-0. $1,000 will get you back $41.47 on Paulie Market.
Jeez. That's, wow.
10,000. Now the number keeps going up. So 10,000 will bring you back about $400.
Yeah.
Man,
it's right
man.
there for you. This is inexcusable. You can't ask for a better situation. When you go in, you have to win by 3 goals, and you score 5 minutes in, and they get a red card, and they're a bad club and can't score.
How many times have we seen that, though? When the other team gets a red card, you're like, okay, this should be super easy. The team's going to win by margin. Here come the goals. And the other team kind of, and from what I was watching, by the way, in like the last 10 minutes of the match, Iraq was not shutting it down. They were actually kind of going for it. And if they continue that approach in the second half, that's going to open things up here for Senegal, I would think, to actually take advantage of it and to open up their lead here a little bit.
I think you buried the lead, though, too. Paraguay and Australia exceeded our expectations. That was incredible. I hope we get that with Austria and Algeria. But to be no one touching anybody, you only had 2 opportunities the whole match, 0-0, no problem. Oh, that was fantastic.
I did find, so after the show yesterday, when we had on one guest yesterday who said look for cards, and they're difficult to find, BetMGM, they offer cards, and they had 2.5. Under was minus 110 on that. We should have been stronger on that yesterday.
And the BTTS no.
Yeah.
I forgot about that angle.
And
yes.
And the no goal score was plus 360 in the match. Now, what do you see for because this Algeria match, which we're going to expand on coming up in the next segment, I think we could talk about this match all day long. It's kind of like last night, where it's right there again on a silver platter. It's like we have the script almost, where the draw probably is what is the most likely thing to happen because both teams kind of want to lose. So what are you seeing for BTTS in that match?
Yeah, I got to wait on this because $1.20. But there's no need to panic because it's the final match, so we'll know the scenarios. I mean, there could be where somebody needs it, but you would think 4 points is enough if they both get a draw. But things can move and things can change. but knowing that there's been some surprises and these teams behind them right now can get points and gain and jump them, goal differential, you grab 3 points. We'll see what happens, but I would wait and see what the how it all plays out because it's the final match Saturday. So it's that's not going to live up to the hype. Apparently, it's not going to be the shove on the under. There could be stuff that goes against us here.
Okay,
but Paraguay, Australia had all it was. That's how it should have played.
Only
out.
2 cards combined in that match last night.
That's crazy. Yeah,
got there.
And then this is unbelievable, and they're not going to give you any bargains. At the first hydration break, 23 minutes in play, they went to the total a half over minus 190. They're begging you to. I mean, there won't be a goal scored in almost 70 minutes.
Sure,
that's crazy. But it shows you what the books thought and what they said. We would expect this to be 0-0, and we're not giving you any breaks. 23rd minute in, the total was a half. Oh,
yeah. I mean, the scoreless, the draw, obviously, the 0-0 detector, probably one of the lowest prices you're going to see in a long time in this sport. But it doesn't matter. Under half a goal in the first half got there. Under cards. Under every which way but loose. And, yeah, so anyway, looking at that game for tomorrow night, even though it's changed a little bit, I noticed that some books took off the no goal score in that game. They'll probably repost it tonight or tomorrow morning. But when I looked last night, it was up at around 5-1 in that match.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. All right, other numbers are up as well. We'll expand on USA and Bosnia. And, you know, if we do get a repeat of what happened last night, it could be magical based on some of the numbers that are out there. That's coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Racetrack Television Network brings you every race, from every track, on every screen, every day. With monthly packages starting as low as $5, RTN gives you great value and access to more live HD streaming and race replays than anyone. Visit RTN.tv today to sign up and watch on almost any device, including Roku and Amazon Fire. Use promo code TRYRTN for a 5-day free trial.
This is VSiN, a network of sports betting analysts, writers, hosts, and handicappers, all here to help you become a more confident bettor. We broadcast live every day from Las Vegas, the sports betting capital of the world, and from studios across the country, giving you insight from every angle of the action. Take VSiN with you wherever you go with the VSiN Watch app, or catch us on streaming platforms and regional sports networks. You can also listen live on SiriusXM Channel 158 and on radio stations nationwide. Check out VSiN.com as well for betting tools, exclusive betting splits, AI-powered player prop projections from Opta, pro picks for every game, plus in-depth betting guides and articles built to give you an edge. From sharp betting analysis and daily best bets to insider interviews and expert breakdowns, VSiN is your trusted source for everything happening in the world of sports betting. See everything we have to offer at VSiN.com and become part of the Sports Betting Network.
Hey everybody, Dave Ross here from VSiN by the Books. Join me and my man Jensen Lewis on Monday. Going to recap the weekend all around the world of sports, preview the World Cup round of 32 slate, continue our daily gridiron countdown by breaking down the LA Rams, and so much more. Plus, we got a great guest list that includes best bets from both Will Hill and Zachary Cohen. It's VSiN by the Books, Monday, 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Second half underway. France leading Norway 3-1. And immediately out of the gates, Norway had a penalty kick. And that, I'm sorry, was one of the weakest attempts I've ever seen. Paulie, you could have stopped that. And the France keeper came up big. And so it did not result in a goal, obviously, for Norway. And the score remains 3-1 France as we're coming up now in the 52nd minute. And DK offers.
How about that? Yep. Plus, I think that was 8-1 to miss a penalty or stop a penalty, however you decide to bet it.
And quickly the other way, Mbappe on a huge run, and the keeper came out from Norway, way out of the goal to grab the ball. That would have been the easiest goal Mbappe's ever going to score, but great job by the keeper there. And I need Mbappe to score. I found plus 105 on him today. So
good luck.
Come on, buddy. Let's get that one in.
You're running out of time. Let's get one.
I know.
You're right. Fantastic matches coming up today and tomorrow. It's excellent. And I cannot believe Monday we get Brazil, Japan, and Morocco, Netherlands. How about that one? But Morocco hasn't lost in regulation since 2008 or something. And Morocco's won 47 of their last 48, or at least unbeaten.
That seems to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that the Netherlands are the number in which they are?
Plus money? Yeah, I think that's too much respect for Morocco.
Oh, no. I meant it should have been closer.
I think Netherlands should be a good size favorite. I think they're a beast. Absolutely.
Yeah, both teams are very good. I can't believe they're going to play.
And 2.5 is over. It's opened up plus money too. I would expect goals in that one. And Brazil seems a little short against Japan, but that's a great triple header on Monday with whoever plays Germany in the middle. Fantastic.
DK has Brazil minus 40 cents there.
Yeah.
Japan 4-1. The draw is almost 3-1 there. And no, you're right. Netherlands plus 115. 2.5 here at Circa, by the way, is over plus a quarter.
So everything, it has all the makings tomorrow night, and I hope it plays out that way.
Same here.
But it goes up in smoke if something happens to Spain. Spain's got to get a draw or a win to get the group, and because the situation is if you win, then you face Spain. You want to avoid Spain with that late match, Algeria and Austria. So first things first, coming up at 8 Eastern, what the result is of Spain and Uruguay. And Uruguay's been a disappointment, and Spain seems cheap at $1.40. But again, it's how they're going to treat this, who plays, who sits out, all that. But I would expect this is FIFA rankings number 3 against number 18. And maybe it's tight. You can also look at the alts, under 1.5 goals, over 4.5. Spain by margin, all that stuff is fantastic. And Uruguay almost 5-1 to win the match.
Well, that's a pretty big move, Paulie.
Yeah. We're up to 4 dogs now that have won in the tournament, so with what transpired last night.
As we were sitting here yesterday, Spain was higher than a $2 favorite. Now they're $1.40. That's some pretty big steam, much like the steam that came in on Ecuador. There was more than a $1 move on them here against Germany.
Sweden
and
was ridiculous.
The Sweden match wouldn't stop.
Yeah, right.
And they got there last night.
Yeah. No, that didn't. No, they drew.
No. Plus the half a goal got there. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
The money line moved. Yes.
Okay, so this goes back to last night, and again, things could change. Who knows? But if it doesn't, we're all hoping that it stays status quo. So Austria and Algeria would play in the easiest 0-0 match of all time. Jeff Sherman popped on, longtime odds maker here in Las Vegas. He was on VSiN Prime Time again, going back to last night, explaining how to bet this match.
I haven't, but, this is a form of pick'em and with a low total, too. So it's tough for me initially to find a betting angle on it, but it's a lot to think about there because, it's, they're not going to go out there and do an obvious thing and let something in where it's, you start getting suspicious happenings out of that. So it's going to be an interesting match to watch and keep your eye on.
The third place table: Sweden, Ecuador, Bosnia, Paraguay, Croatia, still to play, South Korea, Senegal, in action right now, 1-0, Algeria, 8th. 8 of the 12 go. Top 8 go. Scotland out. Cape Verde coming up. Belgium still to play. Congo still to play.
Yeah.
That's why it could get hairy here. And you got to keep your eye on the scenarios. If they get help, then that's a great way to attack it Saturday night, and it's the dream scenario. But if the teams behind them keep winning, and by margin, and your tiebreaker's goal differential, then it can maybe throw us a It's a wrench and a tough situation then for us, and we don't get it like Paraguay and Australia, which would be unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
So excellent job with the third place table, which is updated in real time.
There was an attempt, by the way, Mbappe, and he just goes wide right to the goal. 56th minute here. 3-1 France. Alex Blowers wrote about the Egypt-Iran game, both teams to score in the match tonight. There's a good breakdown at VSiN.com. Oh, you concur?
Well, Meatman's got it too, yeah. Meatman's on the BTTS as well. And Belgium and New Zealand.
Yeah, that's another one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's another one, yep.
And the FIFA rankings, 26 against 21. And New Zealand, 84. I mean, this is right there for Belgium. I know the Meatman's been disappointed in them, but they're a $5 favorite. You're ranked 10th, and New Zealand 84th. I mean, come on. Again, you got to show up if you're Belgium. I also question some of these rankings, though, too. Like, how was Tunisia 45th? Did they get what? How about that showing?
I know.
Just giving up goals for fun.
Yeah.
We weren't even in the car after the show when it was 2-0 Netherlands.
Yeah. Couldn't even blink.
One. So that's, I mean, I would think, again, it's kind of like the Senegal match, but they're playing with their food here. Still 1-0 in the 55th minute, but Belgium to win, and Belgium by margin, they have to come through, and they should be able to do it against New Zealand. And I won't put you off these money line parlays either. I think they can all get there with these big favorites, and that would extend into Saturday as well. Again, Panama hasn't scored yet in the tournament. England's up to 650. And you got the other big favorite with Argentina. I like what Messi said. Good for him. I don't want all this time off. I got to be fresh. I want to keep my timing. I want to play. So good for him, and we can take a look at his prop Saturday. He's saying all the right things, and I think they should go out there and give it a solid effort. Makes sense for the old man to say that, too. Good for him.
I like it. And by the way, the star power from guys like Messi, Mbappe, if they want to play, they're probably going to win out in the end. And I'm looking right now at the Golden Boot standings. He's the short shot to win, especially, by the way, if Mbappe doesn't get one in this match. He's got 5 goals. Messi does. He's ahead of Junior with Brazil, Mbappe, and Haaland. Haaland not playing today, and a bunch of other players have 3 goals so far. And others have pointed out to us, that would be a great piece for Messi to add to the old career resume if he could take down the Golden Boot, especially at this age, as they are the reigning and defending champs. So if this holds right now and Mbappe doesn't score, assuming that he'll play tomorrow night, Messi, and maybe it's like he can get 1 in the first half, and then it's like, okay, I played 45 minutes on the pitch. We're up 2-0. I got 1. My lead now in the Golden Boot is up to 2. I can come out of this match. But if he's playing, I'm betting him.
Sure. I'm with you.
Kind of have to.
Could rain in Seattle tonight, Egypt and Iran, and that total as low as 1.5 in some spots.
Yeah, you know what?
Other people expect the BTS to hit, though, as well.
I stand corrected. That's not the match that Alex wrote about with the both teams to score. That was the Belgium-New Zealand match, where he likes the both teams to score in that one.
Okay.
So there is that. And Senegal and Iraq underway now, second half as well, 56th minute. Again, for those of you just tuning in right now, Senegal, and great opportunity for one there.
This is outrageous.
That should be a goal.
Is it Senegal?
That should be a second goal by Senegal.
Yeah, it's off the board, so hopefully.
Yeah. I think they're going to count that one. That was way too easy right there.
You are correct. 2-0. Plenty of time now. Got to win by 3. Got to win by 3. You can do it.
Iraq with the red card immediately in this match.
Yeah.
Completely up against it.
Got now. What do you want to do with the total? This France game's dying. It
was 5.5 to begin the second half.
Yeah. Not much happening here. We have, where's the total? 4.5 under 270. 3.5 over 130 in the Senegal match.
Okay. Maybe
that's still aggressive, though.
Maybe
they get 2 more. I mean, they got to win by 3.
How about betting their team total over right now? So they get 1 more.
I would lay 2.5.
Yeah. Either way, sure.
I would lay 2.5.
Here's what I want to look at in this France match. Is Mbappe going to come out after the hydration break? What will the subs look like for France? Because if he comes out and plays the entire match, that tells me that France is going to keep going for it. and I would not want the under.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to have him stick one in.
60th minute, 5.5 under -130. I can see another one. I don't know if there's going to be two. And to your point, will they take people out once we get 15 more minutes? How they're going to treat it?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. You can always tweet this show, by the way, when we're live on the air, as we are here at Circa in downtown Las Vegas. Ooh, and there was an attempt right there as well. No, almost another one for France. We're at VSiN Live at Mitch Moss Radio, at Paulie Howard. Nigel Seeley on the program coming up next. He has a good breakdown on the website, vsin.com, on the marquee match for tomorrow. Find out how he's betting it coming up here on VSiN.
Biggest contest we've ever seen.
Seriously, what's the guarantee?
They're still talking about it.
I think it's time to put the rumors to rest.
Showtime.
$30 million.
$30 million?
$30 million? $30 million?
That's $30 million guaranteed. 3 contests, multiple ways to win, no rate. Entry starting at $1,000. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup. Then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to vsin.com/pro to join VSiN, the sports betting network.
This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Much more now in the World Cup. We go to the Progressive guest line. Longtime friend of the show, Nigel Seeley, joins the program Because We Win podcasts and the Betting Weekly studios. Nigel, good to talk to you as always, mate. Thanks for the time. Anything that you would recommend to the audience right now live? France leading Norway 3-1, 67th minute, and Senegal on top of Iraq 3-0 in the 63rd minute.
Yeah, so good evening, guys. Senegal, I think, need to kick on. They need to get some more goals, put themselves in a good qualification pace. I think this win will get them in qualification. Down to 10 men, Iraq. The tournament's a bit over for Iraq there. So I think they might kick on again. So I might look at them -4 goals on the Asian if you want to play now. Maybe even push it out to -4.5. I think the last 25 minutes or so, it's going to be more dominance from Senegal. Totally opposite on the Norway-France game, if I'm being honest with you. I think that the French side have in this luxury of playing a reserve Norwegian side who've rested all their players. They missed a penalty. And I think the French may just take their foot off the gas now with 25 minutes to go. I think Mbappe might be rested for the knockout stages. I think they might make some changes. Elise, as well as had a long season for Bayern Munich, I think they might bring on their squad. And I think that might just ease up a little bit. So I might be looking at under 5 goals, 4.5 goals, 5 goals. We'll probably just bet this match to end 3-1, actually. I don't think that's a bad shout because I don't see the Norwegian scoring, and I think the French just may showboat their way for the last 23 minutes. So two polar opposite on the match. I expect more goals from the favourite in the Senegal match, and I don't expect many goals at all, if any, in this Norway-France match.
Excellent. Good analysis. What do you think coming up with Uruguay, Spain, and Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde?
Well, it's quite funny, really, because the Spain v Uruguay game, I don't really have much of an opinion on it, really, if I'm being brutally honest with you. I think the Spanish side showed their dominance in their last match, a dominant win in a 4-0 win over Saudi Arabia. But this is a tough match against the Uruguay side who've underachieved in this tournament completely.
Right.
There is rumours that the Uruguay players are falling out with the manager, Marcelo Bielsa, a legend of the world. But I think that his tactics in this Spanish game could be, he wants to go a little bit defensive-minded. He wants to go toe-to-toe, and I think the Uruguay team want to be a bit more defensive-minded. There has been money for Uruguay, actually, in the build-up for this match, which surprises me given their form in this tournament. I think this could be quite a feisty affair. I mean, the Uruguay nation are a very proud nation. I think that they want to go out on a little bit of a high. They want to put on a bit of a performance. I think Spain here will probably edge it, but I'm surprised that all the money's for Uruguay in the draw. Big money on the Asian handicap for Uruguay from the big syndicates. The Spain price is, to me, becoming a little bit more attractive now at -132. But I do think, as a prop bet, I can see this having a few cards. I can see a red card or a sending off. I think that's got that kind of nature, the South American flair and tenacity against the skill and the flair of the Spanish side in a match that I think may be a bit feisty. So looking for goals. I don't really have much opinion on the money line. Surprised by the negative towards Spain, considering how good they were. And obviously they're a side that's second favourites to win this tournament. So they want to stamp their authority down with the win here. They've got to win the group, gives them an easier section in the draw. So I'm surprised that there is money for Uruguay.
Okay.
I don't disagree. How about later on tonight? New Zealand, Belgium. I know some are expecting fireworks in that match, and the other one probably not with Egypt and Iran.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I forgot. I didn't mention the other game. I do like a bet in the Cape Verde match. I like both teams to score in that Cape Verde match. I think there'll be goals in that one. So I do like that one to see the goals. I think that's a game that both sides will go out. Cape Verde have been a brilliant team in this tournament. I do think there's a bit of a negative for Saudi Arabia. If you looked at their pre-tournament form, I think the public of like Cape Verde is a bit of a public play for it, but I do think there'll be goals in it, like over 2.5 goals. Egypt, Iran, I just got a feeling this might play out as a draw. We saw a match last night, the Australian match, where they both played out a draw. It was inevitably going to be a draw.
Yeah.
I think a draw here suits both nations. I think Egypt v Iran is a draw. Just my sort of the way that I've seen World Cups over the years, not this World Cup, but in many World Cups, these group matches, when both sides will be quite happy with a draw, they tend to play out to be that way. If you look at statistically over the years, if you look at matches where the draw has been under 2-1, so plus 185, plus 195, plus 160, these kind of prices, they tend to be draws. And this one here is a match where the draw is currently trading around about plus 162. We saw a game last night where it was plus 136, was a 0-0 draw. I like the unders here. You could probably bet 0-0 and 1-1 to get a better price on the draw, because I don't think it'll be a draw, a 2-2 draw, a 3-3 draw. But I do think the Egypt-Iran game tonight could end in a draw. And the final game, New Zealand against Belgium, I think this is a really, 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 really tough match to call. I mean, I would not be betting Belgium -$6 or -$7 on the evidence of what we've seen in this tournament so far. Probably a side that promised so much, but haven't delivered at all. And New Zealand have been a side that I expected to be really bad. Actually, aren't as bad as I thought they were. Would I bet New Zealand at 15-1 to win this match? Probably not. But I wouldn't be putting anybody off betting them +2.25 goals, because this Belgian side, Lukaku looks old. Kevin De Bruyne certainly looks old. On the positive for them, they've just bought their best player, Doku, who went away to see the birth of his first child, which is a fantastic thing. And I don't anybody want to go and see the birth of their first child, and it doesn't matter where they are in the world. You want to celebrate that moment. But as someone who's had 2 children and been in the birth of my first child, after a week, I want to get out of the place as quickly as I possibly can, mate. I want to get right out of it. All they do is scream and poo everywhere. So, I want to get out of there. So I think Doku might want to come back there after having a few days with his kids. But obviously he's going to be tired. It's a long flight to go back from the States to Belgium. And I think that sort of emotion of going through that, he's not going to be at it. He might be on the bench to start with. So I think that gives New Zealand the chance, +2.25 goals, +2 goals. And what the evidence of what we've seen in the first match of this tournament, there is no way that Belgium should be -$6 against any team in this tournament.
Fair enough. VSiN contributor, and check them out on Bet Rivers as well. They're doing a great job every morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, with the analysis on the World Cup in your articles up, vsin.com. What do you think, Colombia, Portugal tomorrow?
Well, the first thing I want to shout out to my good old mate Evan Norrin, who I stayed with. He's going there today, and he's going with a very special Colombian guest. So hopefully he's watching this show and enjoying himself down in Miami for this match. I think this could be a really good match. I mean, the thing that it was quite funny, because we were looking at the ticket prices for this match just 2 days ago, and this is the highest ticket price match of the whole World Cup so far. Colombia against Portugal. Loads of Colombians down in Miami, absolutely incredible atmosphere is going to be down there. Miami's sort of much their home, and they obviously did well in the Copa America a couple of years ago down in Miami. And obviously you got an opportunity to see Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo. So the ticket prices are really, really high. So it's going to be a big game. But I got a feeling that Colombia will raise their match for this match. I like the chances of Portugal to go deep in this tournament here. But I think this is a big opportunity for Colombia to avoid defeat and win this group. And I think that's what their game plan will be. I mean, I've been quietly impressed with Colombia. Portugal, brilliant in their second match in the tournament against Uzbekistan, but very poor against DR Congo as well, as we saw. But I got a feeling that Colombia here will be like a home match for them. I know there'll be a lot of people out cheering Colombia with the Cristiano Ronaldo factor, but I think this is going to be a home game for Colombia. And I think they're going to put in a performance. And I was very interested when I was out stateside over the last 2 weeks or so to see all the analysis of the experts on Fox Sports and the various different sports coverage. And they put up a power rankings, don't they, at the end of each match. Yeah. And all of them have got Colombia very, very highly rated, sort of like 5th or 6th in the tournament. I don't necessarily think they're a 5th or 6th team in the tournament, but they're a side very capable of beating anybody, and especially in Miami with that passionate support they're going to have down there and with the crowd. And I feel that they're going to get something from here. So I want to take on Portugal in this match. I want to fade them on the money line. I quite like, the best way I thought to get with them was Uruguay on the draw no, but the double chance market to get them a little bit bigger than plus money. There has been a bit of money for Portugal in the last sort of 15 hours or so, but that doesn't bother me. I quite like it. And I think that in the Miami Heat, the Colombians will come out to play. So I like that. Senegal just scored as well. So hopefully you've taken a bit of the handicap there. 4-0, still 3-1 in the Norway game. If you haven't got involved, bet France to win this 3-1. Players will be coming off soon, and I think that the Senegalese will kick on and score even more. Could be 5 or 6 that game.
Very good. Yeah, about a minute left here. What happens to your club? England takes on Panama tomorrow.
Rubbish.
Well, I mean, it was awful. I spent $15,000 to go and watch that crap, really, to be fair. So I wasn't very happy with that, really, to be honest with you. So I think the trouble is we our talented players. We've made a squad announcement. We haven't got players to change matches. I think as our starting 11, we're okay. We're good. We're nowhere near as good as this French side who put on a performance here. We're nowhere near as good as the Spanish. We have to rely on set pieces, corners, free kicks. And if we are going to win the World Cup, as I've said before, we're going to win it by stinking the place out. We're not going to win it by total football, glamorous football. The trouble is Ghana had a game plan. They set out to frustrate England. They did that perfectly. Tomorrow, I think we'll see a much changed England. I think there'll be changes in personnel. I think we'll see Rashford play on the left-hand side. I think Saka will play on the right-hand side. I think he'll rest Declan Rice. Kobe Mainoo from Man United might play as well. Nico O'Reilly will play on left-back. I think a very, very different performance. I think England will win it. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think they'll win 2-0, 3-0. But the best bet for me, and one of the best bets tomorrow, is England to win 2-0. Panama aren't scoring against this England side. Ghana can score. And Panama are out of the tournament. England need a win. I think England will get the win, but it's not going to be pretty.
Mate, you're the best.
Great job,
Thank
buddy.
you. Best of luck tonight and this weekend, okay?
Cheers, boys. Take care.
There you go. Nigel Seeley on the program. Progressive Guest Line. Win, lose next. First, you were crushing the World Cup by betting draws. That dried up, but ever since, you're smashing accounts by simply betting this prop for every match.
The World Cup is here, and VSiN is getting you ready to bet on one of the top sporting events of the year. 104 matches in 39 days. And our hosts, along with experts like TalkSport's Alex Crook, are getting you ready with expert wagering advice and predictions. Can Argentina repeat? Will this be France's year? Listen and watch VSiN throughout the tournament as we analyze the betting values for each match. VSiN, the sports betting network. Check out Stormy and JVT on Money Moves, only on VSiN.
Brutal beat if you were like me and had the under last night as well, because it's a 2-0 game with 10 minutes to go, and we end up going over. It's sickening.
I didn't sit there and say, man, this team needs a wide receiver. I sat there and said, this team needs an offensive line that's going to help them out.
They'll take you on a fun, fast-paced journey, weaving in everything you need to know to make an educated bet, while also not shying away from the excitement of a same-game parlay sweat. Money Moves, weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern on VSiN.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser! Paulie Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
All right, Bedlam early on in the first couple of matches. Dembele, hat trick, 65-1. Took 30 minutes. That's it. Goal in the first 10, both matches, plus 380 and plus 390. Iran with a red card, 5-1. Norway to miss a penalty, 9-1. BTTS, Norway, France, minus 130. Germany, Ecuador. At Circa, you get both teams. At DraftKings, you can pick either team. To come from behind and win was plus 975. The last 5 days, if you blindly bet every match, you're up 35 units. The last 6 days, you're up 45 units. 45 units betting every match. Will the team come from behind and win? Unbelievable. Both teams to score $1.40. Exact score, 2-1 Ecuador, 13-1. Goal in the first 10 again, plus 415. I was shocked that was offered to start when this thing got underway. I can't believe how many times it's happening. It's happened on a regular basis in the first 10, though we haven't had one inside the first 50 seconds yet, although Mbappe almost did that. Ecuador to win, 4-1. That was the third dog of the tourney. Ivory Coast, 2-0, exact score, plus 480. Goal in the first 10 again, plus 385. Netherlands, Tunisia, own goal, 5-1. That's the 11th of the tournament.
The prop was 10.5.
Over plus money. Easiest bet you're ever going to make.
2 weeks, basically, and it's done.
Goal in the first 10, plus 380. Both teams to score, plus 175. Exact score, 3-1. Netherlands, 12-1. Sweden, Japan, BTTS, minus 150. Draw, plus 240. Exact score, 1-1. Was 6-1. Yes. USA, Turkey. Turkey, plus 280. Fourth dog of the tournament to win. Trusty, first goal, 53-1. Goal in the first 10, plus 410. BTTS, minus 140. To come from behind and win, plus 975. 3-2 Turkey, 33-1. Paraguay, Australia, they played patty cake. It was exquisite. 90 minutes of nothing. 0-0 plus 450, fourth one of the tournament. Draw plus 120. Unless something outrageous happens tomorrow, most goals in the group stage. Germany plus 550, dead heat with Netherlands, 22-1. Tough beat for you. Miller, most strikeouts, 5-1.
I had Amai 14-1.
Just missed.
He did go flying over 5.5 Ks. I think that was done by the second or the third inning.
Yeah. Most runs, Rays 15-1. The daily specials. First round leader, Eric Cole, 60-1. Forgot this Wednesday and all the controversy with Clark. The Mercury came from behind and won, plus 350. The next time the Fever play defense will be the first time. And the Storm, plus 350, took out the Liberty. Subscribe, be part of the team, VSiN.com. Our radio and podcast friends, you always want to see these tweets and videos. At Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in, we'll put you on. Heady play here by the Raccoon. Smart. He's standing in the way in the drive-thru, blocking, making sure, can I get a donut? I won't move unless you feed me. The cars can't come up and approach. I'm going to stand in the way. And then they help him out, throw him the donut. They're doing the play-by-play in the car. It's fantastic. Here he comes. Got that. Oh, thanks. Grabs it. On my way. I'm good now.
And then he leaves.
Then he go, yeah.
Okay.
You couldn't move up. He was blocking the...
Talk about know your role.
Smart, right?
Yeah.
Probably a daily thing. Can't move up in the drive-thru because of the raccoon.
Now, do we have a pack with raccoons, or is that only pigeons?
Yeah, I know. Good play. Yes, apparently. As I mentioned earlier, lose some. USA loses in the World Cup when scoring first for the first time since 1950, and a vicious beat if you had draw, plus 240. Turkey on the last kick of the match scores to win it. Sports calendar never stops. Sharp Plays covers it all. Winning for 15 straight years. Jeff and the crew are phenomenal and been with us since day one. Respected, watched, and feared. The daily Mr. Poison tweets. The Robin Hood plays. He's donated over $30,000 to charity the last few years. Start winning with them. SharpPlays.com. Get the Telegram account as well. Get there now. SharpPlays.com.
All right, some other baseball notes. Sarah Lange's great follow on X. How about this tweet? The Phillies did it again. The first team in Major League Baseball history to hit a go-ahead home run in the ninth inning of 3 consecutive games. Sanchez had nothing last night.
Yep.
The Nats were staked to a 5-0 lead and beating up one of the leading candidates to win the National League Cy Young. But don't worry, it's the Nationals pitching staff that we're talking about. And the Phillies have plenty of time to come back, and another goal by Senegal.
What a call by Nigel.
I know it.
It's 5-0, and it's still 10 minutes left.
I was looking at over 4.5 was about even money when he talked about it.
Well, good for them. This you couldn't draw it up any better. You had to win by margin. You score early. They get a red card, and now you're taking them out in a body bag in the second half.
Oh, the dam is really broken here.
And it's died in the France match. There's 4 minutes left. It's 3-1 still.
And subs are coming in, and there goes Mbappe.
All right. That's a loser. Too bad.
I believe that that should be him exiting them. Oh, no, they didn't show it the whole time.
Damn. What do you have? Yeah, but so the other thing is they're only 4 back now.
Yeah, he's out officially. Okay.
I mean, they're right there behind the Braves, who keep losing. And the Phillies have been phenomenal since Mattingly took over.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the Astros are a game and a half back.
Gonna have to go back and track exactly what the Phillies were like a month ago when the Braves were the hottest team on the planet. Remember, they were on pace to win about 100. It's pretty unsustainable, but to win 110 games if you go back a month ago. And the Phillies were a dumpster fire to begin, much like the Mets. And on that note, here you go again. A day after they had 6 errors in a game. OptaStats on X. Since earned runs became an official stat in both leagues back in 1913, the Mets are the only Major League Baseball team to do the following. Strike out 10-plus batters, hit multiple home runs, allow 0 earned runs, and yet lose the game. Manager whacked as a result.
Yep.
Another is this going to be like every other year with the Mets? Total embarrassment. They go for it. They put everything into it. They bounce back next year because the owner he wants to win and he's a Mets guy. And then they'll bounce back next year. This is like, what is it now? 2 out of the last 3 years where they have been awful and embarrassing?
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How does that happen?
Well, there's disappointments every year. And certainly money doesn't buy championships, but chemistry's a big part of this too. And they have been a tire fire, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's, yep.
What'd you make of Nigel saying that Spain might be worth a bet now because of all this movement on Uruguay?
I agree.
Yeah, so do I.
It reminds me of, what was the match now where it came down too low? Was also, there was too much on Sweden. And it was kind of like France here, too. Well, if it goes up, but still, I still think Spain's the better team, and Spain will win.
I think so, too.
I totally agree with them that Uruguay's been a big disappointment. They have not played well.
Yeah, and by the way, there's also this angle. Now, Spain got it corrected in their last match, and they looked superb, and they were scoring goals for fun, much like Senegal right now in the second half. They were a gigantic favorite and flopped in their first match. So, I don't know, maybe it's something to this where Mbappe just came out of a match that they don't need at about the 88th minute. He played almost the entire time trying to get a goal. You said earlier, Messi, putting his foot down. I want to play.
Rhythm, yes. Don't want the time off. Got to stay sharp. Love it.
So why do we just expect Spain to go out there today? I guess we'll have to see the lineups.
Yeah.
But do we expect Spain to just punt on another game?
But it also goes back to if the backups come in, though, they want to show out as well.
Yeah.
And they're quality players. I'm with Nigel. Croatia, Ghana under. Ghana defends so well. And England to nil. Yeah, and under 3.5 as well. Should be 2-0 England in that one. And again, Panama hasn't done a damn thing. Colombia, Portugal's tough. And I know a lot of people like the BTTS in the Congo match. And then Argentina's a huge favorite. And then, again, we'll see what transpires with the final match with Algeria and Austria. But this is big for Senegal that they're going to be in now to destroy Iraq.
I really enjoyed Nigel's breakdown there of Portugal and Colombia. That was solid in the previous segment. And by the way, his write-up is at VSiN.com. Good point. Going to be a home match, home game for Colombia. Their fans are going to be going crazy in Miami for this bad boy. And they're really good. But as he said, most people that he has watched, like on Fox here or others, with their power ratings, Colombia top 5, top 6, probably a touch high. But that's the double chance that he took. So they win or they draw, and you're a winner with that kind of a bet. Basically the same thing as plus a half a goal.
I think Egypt beats New Zealand. That's the crazy group where we had all those draws to start. But I think Egypt seems a little bit short here. But again, Meatman and others are on the BTTS in that one.
Oh, hold on. Egypt plays Iran.
Oh, sorry. They beat, my fault. Who's playing New Zealand?
It's Belgium.
That's it. Okay.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Well, now he does that show with Meatman quite a bit, and they know each other quite well. But both guys basically said the same thing about Belgium. And Nigel's point was they shouldn't be $6 against anybody in this entire tournament, and they have been a total flop so far, and they look old.
Both of those matches were BTTS from the guys. New Zealand, Belgium, Egypt, Iran. I think Egypt beats Iran.
We'll get some more angles, best bets. Anthony DeBundo's going to join the program with the Ringer coming